Hi there and welcome to the not so messy desk. It's actually been slightly tidied since we were last together, but what I have got is my sketchbook, and I thought I would just show you what I have done so far. I mean, I started this, as you can see, in the 6th of September, and that was 2020. I love these. These are the Leuchtturm sketchbooks, and they are my favourite for sort of carrying around. I've got them in all different sizes. I've got a nice big square one that I want to use at some point, and I also have the half size one that I can carry around in my bag. They're just great. Selection of stickers on here from lovely people. So this one is April from Monkey Mintaka, also that one, and I do believe that one. These two are by my daughter, who goes by the name of Nightshades Nook, that's her there. And then another Nightshades Nook, the Wooloo. Another Nightshades Nook, sorry if you could see there. That's another one by my daughter. And that's Monkey again, Monkey Mintaka. I did put some holographic over that, which made it quite nice. I was playing around with some holographic covering stickers, and that worked quite nicely. And then over this side, I've got Emma Carpenter's yoga robot, who has also had the holographic treatment and sits proudly inside the front of this cover. So let me see if I can reposition. So if I come back in a little bit, bring my arm down. Okay. So first page, I was doing some Halloween things, obviously, because it was at the end of September or beginning of September. I thought I'd start with some Halloween things. So I started with some sketches of some ghosts and pumpkins, and that was the colour palette I was using, so I kind of noted that down as well. And here's a little bat and a pumpkin and a ghosty creature, and I've got some little candy corn going on down in the corner there. And going over the page, I don't know what I'm going to find in here, by the way. It could be kind of weird and wonderful, but that's the way I roll. So here we have another ghosty guy with his pumpkins. That was another sketch I did, and this one was a little owl. He's wearing a hat by the looks of things. So he's got a little hat on. Let me take you up a little bit further so you can see the whole pages. There we go. Sorry to keep moving you around, but you know, this is the way it goes. Through here, I was drawing some cats. So here's a different variation. Did some gouache squares and then gouache cats on top with some pencil outlines. And over here we have some more weird and wonderful looking cats. And then over the page, more cats. So I actually, I think I made something with this one. This one was made into a felt pin, I do believe, later on down the line. So I do go back into my sketchbooks. They're very handy tools for me, and I use them a lot to sort of flesh out ideas and colour schemes and things. This guy's looking quite regal. This is King Owl, and those are the colours that I used. There's gouache, and I do believe those two are an iridescent watercolours that I bought from an artist on Etsy, and those two also, so they were used in the process. Okay, Chaos the bunny, you might not be able to see him, but he's looking quite fierce with his pink eyes. I can't remember why I think I started doing bunnies, and then I thought, what would he look like if he was really dark? So I did him in a dark blue. Over this side, this guy, this is the guy from What We Do in the Shadows, and I was, I think he was part of my Inktober, but I did him in this book. I can't remember for what reason. There was a reason I did him in this book and not my Inktober book, and I can't remember what it was now. But he is holding his superb owl ticket. So he's off on the way to a beautiful superb owl or Super Bowl. If you watch In the Shadows, then you'll get that little in joke there. A robin brooch. So I also use my sketchbooks to plan out some of my felt pieces. So this guy is one that I did. He's obviously got little notes around him. He was made in, got a brown glitter beak, and he got a sequined chest, and made like a lot of the other birds that I have in my shop. I don't quite know what this guy is, but he's got a very fluorescent chest, so maybe he might make an appearance at some point in time. Then I was doing some bears. So again, there's a selection of these bears made in felt. So I tried to match up the colours of the felt that I have with the pencils to get some idea. And this guy has got some glittery ears, so he would have probably had some glitter. I have some beautiful glitter material. I got a place from called Paper and String, and Paper and String are the place should I say, that I get my glitter fabric and also my felt, acrylic and wool felt mix, and I tend to use that for my pictures a lot, and I use pure wool felt to make the actual felt brooches that I make, because I quite like the feel of it. I think it's nice, and I think when you're spending time to do something and putting effort and time into it, then you always try and use the best materials you can. So that's what I did for that one. Okay, onto the cupcake pins. These are all my plans for cupcake felt pins that I have made and are all in my Etsy shop. Those are the pencil variation versions. These are the first ones that I did. So obviously birthdays, Valentines, and try it in gouache. A little note there to myself. And then I did try it in gouache. So this is a page where all the gouache little cupcakes are living. Over the page, these are the ones that I actually made. So I think I made 12 in total in a Valentine's one. So these are all with different flavours. So we've got lemon and ginger, lime and coconut, and chocolate and violet. Then I've got coffee and walnut, red velvet, and strawberry and white chocolate. Oh, I'm feeling hungry. And over the page we have mint choco chip, peanut butter and jelly, and black forest. And then over here we have lemon angel food, orange creamsicle, and cherry cola right down there at the bottom. These have all been coloured in with my Derwent pencils and possibly my Prisma, no, not Prismas, I don't have any Prismas. What am I saying? My Polychromos. Over here we've got a design for a Christmas bauble. Also scarf, obviously it says down there right at the bottom, I don't know if you can see that. It says also scarf, and so this guy got a little scarf as well. Let me move my little rubbish bin out of the way. Let's pop that out of the way. Can move this up. Okay. There we go, you can see the whole thing now. I don't know if you've watched Hilda on Netflix, but Hilda is one of my favourite cartoon series at the moment. I love Hilda, and this is Twig, her little creature friend that I drew out. I don't know why I was going to do something with him, but never actually got around to it. A beautiful, nice blue circle there. Great. I'm waiting for something to go on it. I think I may have wanted to do some kind of a coaster with a blue background and Twig on it, but watch this space, that might occur at some point. This is a design for a bird that I did on a wood slice, and I actually made him on a wood slice. So those are the colourways of that one. The Elusive Valentine cupcake. Here he is. That's a Valentine cupcake and a Valentine birdie. So I did both of those. Again, they are in my shop. And remember the cats pages from earlier? This is the one. So I did Sigmund and Seafer, obviously Seafer cat. My puns are awful. So I did those, and they've got little designs, and I did make Sifa, but I don't think I got around to finishing Sigmund, so that's a little job at some point for me to do. Design for birdie cards. Ideas could be vases with flowers in. This was like a sleeve, I think, from a Starbucks coffee or something. I can't remember. It was like the sleeve from a coffee cup holder, so I really liked that, and I thought I'd keep it. I always keep little snippets of things. Birthday cupcake hoop, which I made into a bigger one as per my little note there. It has like a gingham background and then a felt cupcake on top. These are the wild and wonderful drawings that I do when I'm planning out my demon pictures. It's like a demon series based on his Northern Lights, and I pick out the demons. This one was obviously based on Hester, which I made into another piece later on down the line, and made cards from and prints from Hester. This was a toilet roll owl challenge. At my place of work, I work in a school, and so during part of lockdown we had like a little challenge to make things out of toilet rolls. So I had the idea to make a toilet roll art owl. I do have the finished owl, but I do believe he's sat near my chair in the living room, so I've got him there. And now we move on to this side. This is a little drawing of Red Panda. I don't think it actually looks very like a red panda, but that was obviously what was intended. So, and then just a little bit of practice with some gouache and flowers, and then I was doing some cryptid creatures, and I came upon the gilly-doo. I don't know if you say that, gilly-doo, something like that. I think it's how it's pronounced. And these guys are needle felted creatures, so I designed him to start off with. It as a first drawing of him, and then he turned into this guy here, and then I did all the different variations. So we have, this is the summer one. I did all these different little faces that he could have as well. So he's made a needle felt, and then he's got a little felt face, and I've got a few of those in my shop at the moment. This is the autumn guy, again with a few different faces going on there. This one's the winter one, and I thought to make him into sort of like a Christmassy one, but then I didn't do this one in the end. I went with a winter version, which I'll show you in a minute. This is the spring one, obviously nice bright pastel colours. Oh, well, here we have Nessie at this side. This is a Nessie print that I also have in my shop. He was from an Inktober Drawloween thing, which is one of the cryptids that we had to do, so Nessie was my chosen one. And this is the Black Shook, who is another cryptid, and I just think he's kind of cute. I quite like him, even though he's got nice glowing red eyes. This was the winter gilly, and you can see some iridescent watercolour paint going on there. And then over here I've got practicing some leaves and things that I wanted to incorporate into his drawing before I made him into a creature. Sneak peek of some of the things coming up at the moment. I made this for my husband for Valentine's Day, and it said, "I love you more than sea slugs," and I absolutely adore sea slugs, so if I love him more than sea slugs, then that's a big compliment, okay? And then I went on to copy this guy, and I've got this guy here as well, and there's the little colour combinations I was using. And these two are going to be stickers, which I'm going to make in conjunction with my daughter, who's also done some sea slug design. So she's got her own sea slugs and I've got mine, and we're going to try and do a little compilation of those together. This is a felt owl hoop that I made. There's my little colourway up there. I try and keep that because it's quite nice just to see which ones I used within the pieces, so it's good reference. And obviously I've got my little notes around it for what was going to be happening with the stitching and the applique. These guys are the Evil Onion Brothers, obviously. I sometimes go off on a tangent, and we invented a whole world for our ghillie doo, and they lived in a place called Wormwood, and we were thinking of tales from Wormwood, thinking of the spelling of it, and we have these evil onions who also live in Wormwood. So we've got Hypno over there, who's got kind of hypnotic eyes, Bite, who looks like he's going to take a chunk out of you at any point in time, and Stonky, because we all know onions are quite stonky, aren't they? Here's Black Shook again, sitting in the middle of some flowers in the forest. He's also part of the Wormwood story, because we were developing ideas at some point for this to become a kind of story that I might illustrate at some point. On to some more weird stuff. So we've got Gregory here. Gregory is a kind of purple monster with wings. He obviously quite likes glittery disco balls, so he's surrounded by those. Oh, this guy apparently is really into it. He even says so on the note there. Don't know quite what. I think they were just having a dance as disco. Here's Nervous Nev. He just hangs around at the back and just kind of listens to the music, bopping his head up and down, but doesn't really move much. Disco Bunny, here he is, just out on the dance floor, living his best life. And Cool Cat, who just hangs around looking cool, basically. Never breaks into a sweat at the discos where all these guys hang out. Not quite sure where it is, but I think I'd quite like to go. And then on to some more weird red panda drawings. They don't look like red pandas at all. And some more abstract-y stuff going on here that I thought I might make into some felt pieces at some point in time. Leopards, my snow leopard drawing from one of my demon paintings that I will be doing at some point in time. And that's it so far, guys. We're on to a blank page, which I might now go on to do a bit of drawing in for today. I hope you've enjoyed this little look through my my world, my sketchbook world, just to get some ideas of what I have been doing and what will be coming up. And I will probably show you more about the Ghillie Doo boys and Wormwood as we go along. But I do hope you've enjoyed this, and take care, and I will speak to you next week. Bye!